And so, the rare but always welcome double shun stream makes a return. That's right, guess who had another day off? Which usually would be Saturday, but that proved to be a work day instead. However, we do have something in the UK called bank holidays, which it's even difficult for me to start elaborating on what a bank holiday is. Needless to say, to put it in simple terms, it's just an excuse for common people to have extended weekends, which I usually don't partake in necessarily. Like, if I have the chance, I just rather go to work, but times have been a bit busy lately. So, yeah, this time we chose to kick back a little. Hey, at least I get another opportunity to check out S.T.A.L.K.E.R, so that's nice. Anywho, let's put the game up, set everything up, and we shall catch you all up to speed on the progress we made thus far. Now, I don't know whether update of some sort occurred in Streamlabs, or whether this is because of Twitter's change to X. Thanks for the rebranding, Elon, which no one asked for. But yeah, it seems like the two platforms don't connect with each other automatically anymore. Meaning that my announcements don't show up on Twitter normally, and I have to set everything up manually. You're gonna be stuck in a black screen for a minute until I do a little bit of wizardry here. Because, disclaimer, this game hates to be set in full screen and even tapped out of. Other than that, it runs mostly fine. You know, being the third entry in the series, they certainly had some time to polish up the engine. And I think it yielded some good results. Speaking of which, I did raise some concerns in the first called Pripyat stream about Stalker 2's progress. And, well, our good friend Dime has enlightened me that, in fact, the game is still being worked on, and the forecast is first quarter of the upcoming year. Marks the release date. So, fingers crossed, we shall soon be able to embark on another journey into the zone. Now, speaking of the zone, we are currently here by Noah's Ark, literally. It is a decrepit boat where a certain Noah lives, and this guy knows how to reach one of these multiple helicopter crash sites scattered across the zone. That is our primary objective, being the military man that we are by origin, but currently under the guise of a free soccer, which doesn't necessarily prevent us from just partaking in various other subquests, like this one, which we will engage in after we're done talking to Noah here. Owl the Trader promised good payment for any meat you can find in the mercenary camp at the waste processing station. He is interested in the mercenaries' plans. From what I remember, this was tagged as a stealth mission, meaning if we can be quiet about that, then perfect. But knowing my luck, yeah. Getting to the plateau, find out how to get there from Noah. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R Noah knows a path onto the plateau. You need to find out how to get there. The plateau being one of the spots where we have a crash site. Actually, number 3 is in close proximity to us. Also, someone's saying the phrase, you know which one. Must be a bunch of stalkers or bandits strolling nearby. Now, us, like I said, we got some business to conduct with this Noah fella, so I need to find a way to him. Someone's getting really agitated up there. What the? Jesus. Can you guys pipe down? I'm trying to pay someone here a friendly visit, and you're about to scare the bejesus out of him. What the? Alright, I guess diplomacy is not an option. You better put that thing down, buddy. Also, nice pupper. Who are you? A stalker? Just a stalker. I see. Looking for refuge in the Ark. Feel yourself at home. As he shoots me in the face. Point blank. Wow. Good fucking manners you have there, bud. Do you know anything about the crash helicopters? I know something about one of them. I know that it's on the plateau and the area around it is crawling with snorks. I go shooting at them every couple days. Why looking at me like that? Their whole lair can be taken out in one go. Ooh, we already dealt with snorks. They can be quite a nuisance. How do I get to the plateau? Want to go down with some snorks too, eh? Props. I can lead you there. Let's go. I mean, sure, we had our misunderstandings at first, but hey, if we get to bond over shooting mutants together, I am
watch carefully and follow me.
Perfectly fine with that. Except you forgot to mention that it's smack in the middle of an anomaly. Oh boy. So, you want me to memorize the pattern as per the cutscene you just witnessed and then do it in one go? Oh, great. You know, we could have gone about that slowly. Like, there was absolutely no reason for this mofo to just rush on his own and leave me be. And sure, I got medkits up my arse, but seems like a waste. Okay, well, wasn't too bad. Also,
Nice jump. Feel free to drop by sometime.
temporal displacement. That's a new one. So we're by the circus anomaly. It's actually... Wait a minute. How far do we go? Not as far as I thought. Still. I see something wiggling down there. It might be an artifact. If so, that would be our first potential treasure of the run. Well, and now I know why they call it circus anomaly. Oh boy, was I mistaken. No, no artifacts here. Just plain old death. Yeah, we have no reason to be exploring this crater as of now. Oh. So too far. Did I forget to save? No. Well, in that case, let's head over to the crash site. We'll get a chance to shoot copious numbers of snorks. Possibly. Surely he didn't name drop them for no particular reason. And again, I don't see any hostiles, which, I mean, it's kind of a blessing in disguise.
Information on the onboard computer. Okay. So Stingray 3 had engine failure in both engines. What else is there? A map with what look like possible evacuation locations. Positions B2, B28, and B205. Interesting.
Ooh, well, we got a little more info. This one. Evacuation locations. Investigate 3 positions. New objectives have been acquired. Let's see. Looks like there's no stash anywhere at this big boy. However, conveniently, I am now by the mercenary camp. So, guess what's on our to-do list now? Wait, there was an evacuation site all along by S.T.A.L.K.E.R, our first hub. Huh. Well, don't that beat all. Gonna have to head there anyway. After we're done with this side gig. Might swing around this crash location as well. But first things first. That's where the camp is, right? Yeah. So, let's make another manual save. Just in case. I'm doing... I guess okay with my rifle ammo. That's 2 full magazines worth of paint and spray. Well, they're certainly not friendly towards me. Then again, I am kind of coming in uninvited to their camp. Hey, what's up, Golden? I appreciate my friends doing their best to dissuade me from my job as an electrician by posting errors in human judgment when it comes to electrics, be it a double-sided male extension lead or just interesting solutions to circuit tripping.
Turn back, Stalker. This place ain't for you.
Oh.
Stalker, off with you while you still got legs.
Is it because, I was just, walking without putting in the effort of trying to, do any stealth? Well, I imagine they have watchtowers here. All along, anyhow. Please do. I can certainly appreciate them, given my 10 years plus of work experience in the field. Oh, so who's this second streamer you've been tuning in with Stalker? Is he also playing Call of Pripyat or another soccer game? You know, something tells me those documents are gonna be...
Okay. Drop that retard.
What? My hands are free. Except... Hehehe. Now, the problem is... they ain't gonna like, what I've just done. So... I probably want a backup long-range option for the time being. Well, now that I alerted the entire camp to my presence, things are gonna go swimmingly. It's a really good sign when she's just exploding in the background for no good reason. Shadow of Chernobyl, classic. Also, pretty much everyone's entry point to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Or someone's definitely throwing nades. Either that, or some other lethal weaponry. I need cover. Badly. Like I said, good thing I have those healing items up the wazoo. Ooh. Oh shit, some of them have heavy armor. Yikes. That's very promising. Mind you, still doable. However, I'm definitely gonna need heavier firepower and a pistol as my secondary. We want to dispatch these gentlemen as fast as possible. But there's already 3 of them.
Drop that retard.
Good throwing hand. You know, let's see if I can maybe get a better jump on them. We could probably also wait till nighttime. But mind you, with nighttime, I'll be able to see just about as much as these guys. So, not a whole lot. On the flip side, we do have many possible entry points. So I might want to do something about my radiation levels, because my vision is getting a little blurry. And I think some good old spirit won't cure. Down it with kielbasa, and we're good to go. It's exactly how you combat radiation poisoning. Source, trust me, bro. I have a suspicion that we're gonna need to be using this elevation to get the upper hand.
Turn back, Stalker. This place ain't for you.
Whomst? Oh,
Stalker, off with you while you still got legs.
Hey, we're only down to the second warning, so... Ooh. Hey. I see our objective.
Okay. Drop that retard.
Oh, fuck. Hang on. I might have an idea. This is actually not a bad, hiding point. Sure, they can still take pot shots my way, but the same applies to me. We could totally, abuse this to our advantage. Maybe throw some nades down their way? That man proved to be extremely resilient to shotgun pellets. I commend his durability. Wait for it. Never say why it's worth actually hanging on to some nades. I can't believe this freaking pipe is going to be my trump card. If only one of them could sneak behind me. But alas. Well, if anything, we're gonna have a field day. Looting some supplies from him. 3 more mercs left. How the odds have changed. In my favor. Do you want to proceed or wait till we have 2 alive? There's at least one still lurking inside. If you gentlemen could conveniently swerve right past me, that'd be excellent. Just saying. Because I'm too fat to make it out of here. So either way, I'm gonna have to backtrack and use either that door or another entryway. I think they're up to my hijinks.
Он от нас не оторвался?
Like, genuinely they figured out, hey, we just lost 2/3 of our squad. Maybe we shouldn't poke our heads out. Alright, fine. We'll play cat and mouse. I am down to clown. I just have to somehow descend without instantly dying. Oof. Oh. Sheesh, I expected fall damage to be way more punishing. Alright, let's go. So far, so good. Mind you, they still have a good chance of taking me down. All they need is some lucky shots. Okay, 1v1. There. Did you see the hacks on this son of a gun? A praiseworthy attempt, my good sir. However, I win. That was fun, though. Like a legitimately semi-challenging mission, depending on what approach you take. I wonder if we can loot some heavy armor. That'd be actually pretty great. Primarily, I want munition. Wow, you actually have Viper 5s on you. Good thing I bought that, then. Unfortunately, I cannot strip down Ridge of his fancy armor. However, he does have a PDA on him. And a science medkit. PDA of Ridge the Mercenary. Incoming message reads, I managed to arrange something about the weapons and that greedy bastard is going to sell us his faction stock. It's going to be fairly cheap, but we'll have to haul ass to Jupiter, Vulture. I shall take that with me because we could potentially hand it over to Al. What's this? Vinka. Ukrainian Vicosol, artificial equivalent of vitamin K. The main purpose of this drug is to increase blood coagulation speed. In great demand among suckers who want slow healing wounds and lacerations inflicted by mutants to close up faster. The effects of the drug are long lasting. Cool. Oh, I'm already going over capacity. I guess throw away some supplies in a minute once I decide when I need less. Hook. The final coming message reads, we're kicking heels by some old workshops. I sent 2 boys ahead to scout the road for you. Then again, we'll wait here until the client's courier shows up. The air is a hell of a lot fresher here. To suck. Yep, like I said, we got a lot of ammo on that. How's my shoddy doing? Unfortunately, they didn't have many pellets in them. So, it's kind of a bummer. I do have another rifle on me. So, that's an alternative. Just get rid of all these pistols. That's the case. Yoink. And then... yoink! Ooh, That's gonna weigh me down quite a bit. As long as I don't run, I should be fine, but I might have to drop some food along the way. If anything, the groceries are the least of the priorities here, to be honest. Naturally, that means it's gonna take quite the journey to return to S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but, well, that's the price I have to pay for scavenging. Remember, kids, in the event of a nuclear catastrophe of great proportions, it's no man's land. You gotta hoard whatever supplies you can. There's only so much bread and handcrafted sausages out there to last you. Now here's the deal. Preferably we want to avoid conflict for now. I imagine it's mostly going to be suckers fending off wildlife or duking out with bandits. Ever since we intervened in the resolution between the two factions, by Skadovsk, it seems like they've been going at each other's throats at a more consistent rate. Now, funnily enough, that didn't seem to affect us. As in, both camps are neutral towards us, with the Stalker side leaning more towards friendly, because, after all, we did lend them a hand. This is Noah's hideout, isn't it? Yeah. What if I can trade with him? He's got some stuff. Hey, it's a safe zone, so...
Get out of here, bastards, or I'll take you all out.
I see that as he continues his trigger-friendly habits. Still, cool pupper you have. Who's a good boy? I wish you could feed him sausage. Just to increase this mutant's disposition towards you. A taco we met before. I don't recall. Anyway, what do you need? Where did you get this dog? That's Lassie. A sweet little bitch. If not for her, I'd been devoured in my sleep long ago. Cursed mutants. I hate them. As soon as you close your eyes, they start reaching for you with their nasty claws, fangs, and feelers. Aww. He made a classic reference. How cute. Still, I mean, look, I'd be a little worried having this charming canine by my side, especially at nighttime when you see those glowing eyes in the darkness. But hey, maybe she's really been tamed. After all, a doggo is a doggo. You know, at first glance, the map does seem larger, especially if you zoom out on the PDA. But as you begin to proceed back and forth, it's less overwhelming.
I'm listening.
Like, actually getting back to Skadovsk isn't as long of a stretch as I anticipated at first. Then again, we're still pretty early on, so it's difficult to assess the full scope of Call of Pripyat. Shadow of Chernobyl, that had multiple zones you could travel in between, quite freely in fact, as soon as you found the correct waypoints. I wonder how far Call of Pripyat is gonna go with that notion. Yeah. First things first, we're gonna have a little chit chat with Al, and I shall give him what he demands. Because boy, do I need that inventory space back. But then we can inquire about this
Hello.
supposed evacuation site. I see that my gun is still
What,
here where I left
The
it.
statue?
Good.
If you got something, spill the beans. If not, take a hike.
Don't make me open up a can and literally spill those beans. I'm gonna do it. Don't force my hand. I think I might be interested. A mercenary PDA, nickname is Hook, founded at the waste processing station. 1K. Now I have one for Ridge as well. Another 1K. Easy. Secret documents. I found them on the bridge by the motor column. Want to have a look? Let's see. Yeah, this is good stuff. Buy it off you? Sure, don't have any use for them. Almost 2K for that. Cool. Network from the mercenary camp at the waste processing station. 2,000. See, we made 5K with Well, I want to say little to no effort, but we actually had to shoot out an entire camp
That's right.
for that to happen.
Get on out of here. Howdy.
How's my equipment doing? Pretty good, I would say. The pistol doesn't weigh as much as I anticipated, so I don't really save much by getting rid of it. I'm probably gonna sell a couple of nades or food, especially since, well, you don't really need to carry that much food on you. Really, the only time I've been eating is after applying vodka to my radiation levels.
Welcome aboard our...
Tell me, did any military show up here? Think about it. What would those jarheads be doing in our camp? Trust me when I say they prefer to steer well clear of this place. Too many of us here remember what it was like to crawl through dirt at the cordon, under fire from their damn machine guns. So, yeah. Beer has just dismissed any notion of military hanging out here. Anyway, I will give you some of this bread. Frankly, I probably want to hang on to the canned goods. Let's see. Yeah, at least the canned food is more efficient at eliminating hunger, as is the sausage. Canned food also having the advantage that it weighs a little less. So yeah, I think we're just gonna rid ourselves of all this bread. And there we go. We are under weight capacity. I'll hang on to the S.T.A.L.K.E.R brand Boomer Juice, because it does help recover stamina, so in certain situations that's gonna be hella useful. And also, have some sausage. There we go. For the time being, that works just fine. And we're starting to look.
Find any artifacts and we'll see what we can do.
Sure thing, buddy. Anyway, we're doing pretty damn good on money. If anything, I want to start saving up for either armor or future gear upgrades. For the latter, we're gonna have to hand that half-baked mechanic his toolkit, or rather a toolkit, because apparently he's not well equipped for his line of work. But then again, if you're hanging out on an abandoned ship, your access to gear can be limited. Alright. I think we're gonna focus now on the main objectives, of which the closest is Stingray to crash site in the Iron Forest anomaly. Yo, back away, you freak of nature. don't want to hang out for too long, because wild dogs tend to roam in packs. That mutant? Oh, thankfully. Yeesh. So this is the other local stalker hangout, where we technically could seek refuge, should the circumstances require such action. You know what? We do have a stash along the way. Methinks I shall have a closer look. Kind of already did a number on this area by weeding out a bloodsucker nest, one of the worst offshoot of mutants you can face in the game easily. Ooh. Hey. It's a good stash. I don't really have use for the pistol. But I'll keep it for now. Let me out, please. Surely I can exit the same way I entered. No. The hell? Uh-oh. What's the problem here? I think the stash is a bust, guys. Sure, you can squeeze in, but it's the Cave Explorer problem of, whoops, you can go back. Well, guess I live here now. Good stash. Well played. Ay, ay, ay. Right, mental note. Forget about this, please. Not worth it. Well, the good is inside, sure, but do get stuck in a turn. Wait, is that a bloodsucker? I thought we got rid of all of you. Oh, trust me, I'm ready. The situation demands I am firing without warning. Looks like some other suckers decided to set up shop here.
Hey, bro.
What's up, bro? Oh, yikes. It's like
Howdy ho.
a bajillion of radiation units just creeping up on you. We have a pack of wild piggies herding on the horizon. Oh, is that what they meant with the Iron Forest? The power supply grid? Oh no, this is gonna be like heavy rain again. I swear. That blind playthrough of Heavy Rain still lives rent-free in my head. Like, it was a perfect way to experience the game, and the outcome that we've ended up with, absolutely worth it. I don't care about that game because for the other possible endings, depending on the choices you make, to me that was the perfect outcome. Pretty much in my headcanon, that is what really happened. Also, we got some poltergeists here, whom are incredibly unhappy about me hanging out here, so let's be quick about this. Especially with all the radiation steadily working its way. Can you, like, stop throwing things at me? Be nice. I'm gonna shoot you, you know? Who would have thought that bullets did nothing against a ghost-like entity? We're just gonna have to investigate this crash site pronto and skedaddle. Yeah. I have to be quick about it. First of all, quickly raid the bodies. Get all the ammo. All the medical supplies. Come on, Major. Do
Looks
your
like
work
the
and do
crew
it
died
quickly.
in midair and the helicopter simply crashed because there was nobody there to fly it. The onboard computer was a little luckier. I wonder if there's anything useful here. Ah, there's something. A map of the area with certain locations marked. That should come in handy.
Nice of the anomaly to leave me alone while I'm checking the helicopter. Area maps. Find someone interested in the maps. Probably Owl. If there's anyone I can think of, it's that opportunist. We have an evacuation site by the Prometheus movie theater. Ooh. Haunted cinema? Look at this road pattern, vaguely shaped like an atom. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you say? So we got 2 more crash sites to attend to, and 2 evacuation zones. I say we go for this evacuation zone first. It's gonna require us to go to the southernmost regions of the map, grounds we have not treaded yet, but that's the fun of it, isn't it? Our boys have set up camp here. Get the fire radied up. Hey, I got sausages. Wanna roast them? Someone bring the marshmallows. Oh wait, I remember this weird, fucked up tree. It's probably the farthest we've gone. Down here. Cool. Anger those. Well, looks like the beasts have not noticed me. Which is good. Who's down here? Bandits.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Yep. We got no qualms with them. For now. Wait, why am I heading back to Shevchenko? Hmm? Marcus right in front of me. So, yeah, what's the big deal? Why is it? Huh? Huh. I mean, I am very much confused, but sure, let's follow the yellow arrow for now. I don't know why it led me back to the bar. Is there someone to talk to?
Welcome up.
Oh, wait.
Drop in
I
if
think I
something
know
interesting comes up.
what the game wants me to do.
Anywhere, that's for sure.
So here's Al.
So, you got...
I need information. There was some
Don't let
guy
the door hit you.
I need to talk about maps I found on the crashed helicopter, and I thought that'd be him, since he's kind of the information broker
Hello,
in
Stalker.
the region.
Thinking of placing an...
Кусок бы мяса такой здоровый, чтоб прям свертело.
I'm listening.
How strange. Is there a different guy? Oh shit, let's just shut up everyone we have here.
The man himself. Drop by sometime.
Hey,
Have a
Stalker.
good time.
How are you?
You seem important. Oh, who could be interested in maps of the area between Saturn and Jupiter? Pilot, who the hell else? He's a guy, you know, constantly making trips between Skadovsk and Yanov. You find a use for maps, sure enough.
Вот такое знает кто? Заныкал сталкер на дереве хабар. Ну и как-то вечером решил проверить. Как там
Now,
что?
where is this pilot
Ну
fella?
надо же, сидит кто-то
It's the
там,
question.
шуршит, ноги босые свисают. Сталкер подкрадывается, и цап того, что на дереве сидит крепко между ног. И строго так: колись, падла, кто такой? Из какой группировки? В
He's,
ответ тишина. Ну, сталкер еще сильнее нажал.
We don't
Кто
know where
такой,
he is.
спрашиваю. А тот опять молчит. Но рассердился сталкер. Сдавил так, что прям по руке потекло. Слышишь, скотина, я сейчас вообще оторву все. Отвечай, кто такой, быстро! А сверху такой сиплый, слабый голос.
Oh, he's apparently
Контролёр,
here.
да. А какого молчал, сволочь? Так я
I
ж не
guess we
мог.
haven't
Howdy ho.
Talk to this
listening.
pilot yet. Snag. Grishka.
I'm
Howdy ho.
listening.
Trucha.
Hey, bro.
Spartacus. Mishka. Gonta. Garmata.
Howdy
Oh.
ho.
Grouse has a status update for us. Probably something about the missing stalkers from the Bloodsucker mission. Find out where Grouse is. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to find Pilot. Wherever he's hiding. Also, who's jamming out here? Enjoying the show, boys?
Hello, Stalker. Thinking of placing an order?
Кончай уже.
Nah, I'm just here for the good vibes. Don't mind me.
Hey, bro.
Howdy ho.
What the fuck is this pilot? Crab, who is still asleep.
Я тут вспомнил. Привезли как-то одного из щенов в зону показать, что да как. Некоторые вещи его удивили, некоторые возмутили. 3-4 таких похода вчера. Да если бы еще хабар не тоже не все. Завязываю с зоной нахрен. Ну ты выдал.
Oh, pff, there you are. Blah, blah, blah. I have some maps of the area between Saturn and Jupiter. Want to have a look? Let me see. Good. Lots of detail. In our business, details make the difference between life and death. Alright. These maps indicate there's a safe route straight through between Skadovsk and Yanov. I'll copy the data to my PDA if you don't mind. Now, I can offer you a nice discount. How much to get to Yanov station? With your maps, only 1k. Hey, it's not bad at all. And it sounds like we can travel to the next important location that way. Which I don't know if we want to do. Like, there's still stuff to attend to in this area. So, do you know where Grouse is? I'm looking for Grouse. We were supposed to meet here. Grouse left a message for you. He said he was heading to the dock cranes and that he learned something new about the missing stalkers. Thanks, Beard. Oh. That's conveniently not far from the hub. What a beautiful evening down the zone. Past 10 p.m. and still kind of bright. The perfect circumstances to just go outside, breathe in the fresh, heavily gamma-infused air, and meet up with a friend. Now it's like I'm playing Slender. Like, for real. I'm telling you, as soon as I turn a corner, there's gonna be a page slapped to a column. Followed by a dramatic sting once I pick it up. I assume you climbed on top of this. Bad boy. Bad dog. Heal. Well, like I said, the perfect occasion for an evening stroll. No. I think I'm gonna have 2 assault rifles ready. No good reason in particular. Just a safety precaution, you know? And to think, one of our boys had the balls to actually tame this mutant dog and call it Lassie. To be fair, it is a girl, allegedly. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with these mongrels. Yo, Grouse, you up here, buddy? I mean, it's not a bad place to camp out. Most mutants are incapable of ascending ladders. If they can, probably wouldn't bother. Um, oh. The Neela. Sheesh, but that was grass for a minute. Where is this guy? The waypoint's definitely showing me the crane itself. How far do you want me to go? Can you climb the other one somehow? What am I missing here? No, really, where the... Oh, unless... You're below. That's something I didn't take into consideration. Like... Where? I'm so confused. Truly the most horrifying part about this location is navigating it. With the intent of finding the NPC. There'd be some kind of underground passage or whatever. If he's not on top of the crane. I can't tell if I'm being stupid or if the game is just fucking with me. Could be both. My keyboard pad came off. Oh. Oh.
I knew I'd be exposed eventually. I'm sure you have many questions.
First question. Where do you want me to shoot first? I knew it'd be exposed eventually. It was just a matter of time. Trimmer? Would you mind explaining what's going on? I'm not hiding anything anymore. It's no use. You know now that it was me who killed Grouse. Same with Daniel and our missing stalkers. Why did you do it? Hemoglobin addiction. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. There's no getting rid of it. Sometimes you feel like you can go a whole month without drinking a drop of blood. And it did happen to me a few times, but then you explode inside and start making up for lost blood like crazy. How did you manage to keep it a secret? When I worked at the surgeon clinic, it was easy to cover up. There was always a surplus of donor blood to be had, but the zone was different. I thought that this harsh environment pushed my condition to the sidelines, but I was wrong. I experienced the most terrible explosion of all, and just couldn't think of anything else. I decided to make the killings look like bloodsucker attacks. Usually big targets that were already wounded. I mean, makes sense. And what about Daniel and Grouse? Daniel came to me for help after the bloodsucker raid. He was wounded. When he and Grouse decided to go hunt bloodsuckers together, I realized I won't be able to hold out much longer. I still tried to protect my secret, but my resolve was weakening. Then Grouse came along. He made sense of the situation and tried to kill me. Which brings us here. I'm sorry for all these people, but my pity won't bring them back. Okay, got it. Enough talking. You didn't get anything. Nobody will ever get me. No, you don't, Buster. In anything, I get to dictate the way you go. How fitting that this transpired during a blowout. Hey, at least he's stacked on medical goods, which is neat. Like Really? Jesus, look at all those bandages, medkits, and drugs of all sorts. Oh boy. Things are really taking a turn for the worse outside. Don't worry, it's just a little earthquake. Usually a crimson moon and random flashes of light do happen during quakes, right? Well, that was rather morbid end to this quest line. It does remind me of the blood addicted gang from Fallout 3, albeit they were certainly more pacifistic in nature. You know, it makes me wonder if Tremor would have eventually transformed into a bloodsucker if left alone for enough time. Guess we'll never know.
Howdy ho.
Welcome aboard.
Grass is dead. Tremor killed him like the other suckers. Tremor is dead too. Tremor? Damn. The snake was right on our nose. That could have been any of one of us. I mean, of Kraus, of all people. Thank you, friend. You saved our whole camp. Here. More stash coordinates and 10 key. You have obtained the detective achievement.
Pop in if you find any artifacts.
We're doing really good
See what we can do.
on money. But this way we might hoard enough to actually make an order from Nimble. If anything, I'd be interested in some armor. Body. Chim. Armored
What's up?
suit.
Decided to order something?
Ooh, 40k. Sure. Exoskeleton. 60. Well, if
Hey,
I'm
bro.
gonna go for anything, I might as well cash out for the highest grade armor in the game, which would be the exoskeleton. We're almost halfway there, money-wise. Let me make a quick peep at my Discord feed. It's a good excuse for me to take a quick sippy. Oops. Forget I have to pull up OBS again so I can see it. See, that's the thing about streaming a full screen game where it automatically freezes once I tapped out of it. Imagine how dreadful this would have been in a single monitor setup. Oh ho ho, we are not going back to those days. Rest assured. So that leaves us with 4 objectives we could indulge in before we set off for Yanov. I think I'm gonna tackle these 3 here, which are conveniently set in a triangle. And then we can hop over here. Except I don't see a waypoint leading there. Which is strange, unless the game wants me to navigate on my own. Assuming there's something stopping me from moving onwards. That could be a possibility. What about here? By the movie theater. Yeah. It's weird that I can't see the arrows. However, shotgun ammo. Won't say no to that. I'm surprised no one has looted you guys yet. Usually, your fellow stalkers are quick to act when there's a prospect of loot. Oh, you are right as hell, Moo. Once you have double vision, it's a game changer. How you doing, buddy? What's new with you? What's an ammo type I don't need? Because that's certainly taking up a lot of weight. You can actually see what you're using for each gun. See, this is like military grade ammo for the bad boys. But we don't need any of that now. So I need these, and these. Didn't really change a whole lot, but it freed up a little bit of a weight for me. Oh, you know what? I could probably sell some nades. Those also take up hefty carrying capacity.
Hello.
Howdy ho.
Good hunting.
Hello.
Just chilling? Good man. I spent my free day in a pretty productive manner. That being said, I managed to 100% Postal Redux. All I had remaining was, at this point, not only beating the Rampage levels, so essentially going for the game again. However, that's score attack mode. The real trouble was getting an A+ rank on all missions, which pretty much requires you to have a consistent kill streak throughout each level for maximum score.
Drop in if something
Which is easier on the more packed maps, like the Dark Carnival, but once you go open space like the train station, it's really difficult to keep a consistent streak going.
What are you?
Give you a couple of these. And you can have a couple of these. You know, I've been keeping a lot of anti-rad drugs on me. But truthfully, I've been relying on vodka. Which, I mean, this is definitely more efficient. However, my Slavic heritage requires to use traditional, quote-unquote, herbal methods to get the job right.
That's right.
Listen, there's nothing, some good hard spirit,
I'm listening.
together with a good snack, can't patch up. Alright, I guess I'll try to reach one of those locations on my own. Unless there is a plot wall preventing me from reaching one of those locations, I can't really think why the PDA doesn't want to guide me. Let's run more this way and just move along. Yeah, I'm not too big, generally, on getting all achievements in video games, especially the ones that are particularly arduous and long-term commitments. But strangely enough, I've been having fun from venturing deeper in all these weird little indie games I've been streaming lately. And they've built up a craving in me to go a little more competitive. Does that mean I'm gonna take my kitty gloves off for Velvet Swing? Too early to say. Still there, my Steam library installed. In case I need something for the Museum of Oddities block, if I beat the game earlier than anticipated. Oh, for sure, which is exactly why I couldn't imagine myself going through Heavy Rain just to get all the achievements in different outcomes. That is a prime example of a video game that's a one and done kind of deal. You get the most out of it when you play it blind on your first time, but then once you like have to replay each chapter just to swerve a little more to a different direction, then, well, the magic isn't quite there. Because yeah, sure, you're exploring new ideas and possibilities with the storyline, but since you already have some background knowledge, it just doesn't hit you as hard as it would. Which is exactly why I consider all protagonists dying and Shelby being left with Lauren by the end, only for Shelby to turn out to be the origami killer and getting shot by Lauren as the credits roll to be the perfect outcome. You couldn't have asked for a better finale. You know what's the worst part? I actually got kinda invested in Shelby's arc. I guess you could say I got caged. Yo, what's up, Frosty? How you doing, my dude? You done with Armored Core, or still planning to hop on the game and attend to some business? Oh wow, I sure have veered off from my initial destination. Oh, I wonder if this is why I can't get close. Maybe I do have to go to the Sianov station in order to proceed further. Yeah, cause see, the map is getting blurry down here. And you have this, like, natural barrier, which is the game just telling you, hey, this is off limits. Don't even think about trying to sequence break Buster. How is the PvP in that game? Have you dabbled in it yet? Yeah, I'm just gonna assume you're supposed to talk to Pilot, go to Yanov, and, well, work your way from there. Where is Yanov anyway? Maybe it's city area here. Checkpoint. Oh yeah, right here. So, technically speaking, I assume the game split either halfway like this, or this is one hub area, and then you have two right here, with the possibility of going from here to there eventually. Or maybe this is one giant area, since all of this is technically at your disposal. Well, I assume you can still travel back and forth between the two, which, I mean, would be handy if I want to make some orders with Nimble and Skadovsk. Does it have like an actual lobby system where you just get together with a group of friends and go at it? Because I assume there's also like a ranked mode you can engage in, fighting game style. Hold up. So you're telling me you're playing a FromSoft game where you don't have to use an in-game item to summon a companion to help you through the game without any sort of in-game chat function besides Dark Souls 1, where you have a bunch of stones you have to find first to express basic emotions. Unbelievable. You know, I've actually had a chat with a friend of mine today where we've kind of pondered where the Soul series could technically go from here, because Elden Ring has already tuned some rough ends on the general template. So now comes the question, what could they do even more with this formula they have? I think they could simply start exploring verticality, like with Armored Core. Introduce some kind of flying mechanics. Just summon a dragon, Drake, whatever. Have like a mount you can use to travel between locations, maybe engage in some aerial combat.
Hey man, this here place is as peaceful as it gets, so holster that shooter of yours and keep it that way.
My man, I understand your sentiment 100%, but those sale figures don't lie, boy. It's one of the most top ranked games on Steam. At the very least, Elden Ring 2 will happen after they're done with the DLC.
Hey, bro. Stalker, how are you?
You know what I personally find funny about the whole Armored Core debate? I've watched a recent Iron Pineapple video where he expresses his thoughts on the game, and that's from 3 days ago. And he made a prediction that, well, you know, this game is most likely not gonna be for everyone, especially Souls fans. And lo and behold, fast forward, people are seething, breaking controllers, and leaving the most cringe reviews on Steam imaginable after only a couple of hours of playtime. And losing at the tutorial stage.
I'm listening.
Truly, From Software knows how to filter the pros from the casuals. Let's go, boy. Moving from Zatan to Yanov. Listen, I don't imagine it can be any more difficult than your average Souls game. Like, sure, when it's your first time, then yeah, you're getting used to the new mechanics. you have to figure things out, especially if you're moving from one entry to another, which has its own unique quirks and it changes to pacing. So yeah, you're gonna fail. But once you figure out the optimal build, the surefire strategy, it's mostly a breeze. Until you reach the DLC where they decide to up the ante. Alright.
Howdy ho.
We're getting some
Here we are.
Half-Life
Yanov
2 as
Station is a
cutscenes
haven of
here.
relative safety in the area around Jupiter. This is where we go our separate ways. But if you need me, look for me by the bar.
First time here? I'm relatively new here myself. The name's Nitro. I work
pilot.
with equipment.
You
I can
okay there,
repair
fella?
Anything you need. But getting some good tools is a problem around here. If you
Pilot.
see anything, bring it straight to me.
Oh, no.
And if you need any technical help,
Someone help
come
this
see
man.
me and I'll be glad to
He's
do
having
what
a
I can for you.
stroke.
Hey, bro.
The disrespect in this man. Practically dry humping a slasher over here. Well, no, Tremor is dead. We had to shoot him because he turned out to be a little blood addict.
What do I do? If I go, I'll lose money. If I don't go, I'll end up dead.
You look like a famous protagonist from a series by Naughty Dog. Also, the size of that schnoz.
Aloha!
Hawaiian. Now that's a nickname. I got all the shit you're gonna need. What are you after? You fancy some chow? A drink? You feel like firing off a few rounds. Ooh. Now that's what I'm talking about. This guy's actually stacked. And he's got our first sniper rifle per se. This rifle has a considerable number of drawbacks, because most of these weapons to be modernized, with the retired stock making its way to the zone via the black market. The rifle's main advantages are its built-in 4x scope, high single-shot accuracy, and reliable upgrade technology. When the weapon is fired in bursts, its accuracy decreases significantly, and the rifle's basic control mechanism becomes somewhat unreliable. But we can buy a scope, which we can attach. Oh, hang on. A common Soviet-made 5x fixed zoom optical scope with a range scale, attached to weapons by means of a diagonal mount, which is standard in the Warsaw Pact countries, Poland mentioned. Now that's literally where the Soviet Union was constitutionalized per se. Oh, wait a minute, we got another scope here. 4x fixed zoom scope produced primarily in Western countries, attached to weapons by means of the NATO standard Picatinny rail, often used for accurate fire for small arms at medium to long range. Interesting. Well, I have a shit ton of money on me, so... Sure, let me grab a scope. Can I attach it on my own, or do I have to talk to a dude about that? Probably the latter.
See you.
Hello.
Man, Yanov sure has extremely dystopian sounding music. as opposed to the rather chill Xanav.
Well, good luck to you.
Don't shut the door behind me, assholes.
Well, spill it.
Uncle Yar? Yar? What are you doing here, buddy? Good day to you, stalker. I'm Uncle Yar. I guess you're tired from the road, eh? Have a bite to eat since you're here. Just a good time to show up, too. I need some help. At my age, there are things I can't do on my own. Back in the day, though. Little Amy. Easy as pie. The two of us make our way over to Kapake. It's not far from here. The rest you'll see for yourself when you get there. Won't your freedom friends help you? I want to bother them with this stuff. The two of us can handle it, no problem. Cool. We'll be back before you can say bloodsucker, huh? Sure. Let's go and hike with Uncle Yar. What's the worst that could happen? The main thing is don't be surprised at anything. Follow me quietly. If you keep it hush-hush and don't move, things will be nice and easy. Well, I'll make sure we make as little noise as possible. No promises. What's
Looks like a quiet village. Unless we disturb the local residents.
I mean, they don't look too well. Yeah, there's something funny going on with
So peaceful. It's like a resort.
these dudes. So, these are called zombies, and they don't differ that much from your typical Living Dead. Well, without the flesh-eating aspect, but
We're almost there.
basically, these are humans who have gone crazy from radiation slash psychic exposure coming from the zone. In short, brain fried.
Let's see if I was right.
Is that duty? Oh boy. I think we've inadvertently got pulled into a faction war.
Shoot those bastards.
Then again, they seem to be unnamed mercs. So maybe we'll be okay. think I had a lot of ammo on me.
So, that's that. I can see you're bursting with questions, and I can understand that. Let's have a little talk, shall we?
Yeah. What was that all about? Thanks for helping all men out. Take this. If you have any questions, ask away. I'll answer as best as I can. Well, 6,000 and 6,000. What happened here anyway? Some lads came here to kill me. You see, I was hiding in the bushes, minding my own business, when the mercenary squad showed up. Their leader was yapping away on his PD about a central lab in Pripyat, an urgent order, this and that. Then I stepped on a stupid branch and alerted them to the fact that I was there. So I grabbed my rifle and made a run for it, but I always had the feeling that they'd come for me. That's the price we pay for eavesdropping nowadays. Why didn't you ask Freedom members for help? What's the point of getting the mercs angry with Freedom? We had one war and that was enough. This is a personal matter. No point involving them, you know? Take care. Wait, if you're going to enough, maybe we'll go together. Having someone to talk to is always nice. Sure. May as well get some more quests going.
What do I do if I...
What's up with you? Okay, don't shoot. I'll pay the debt. Sorry. If there was someone else. What did you say about your debt? Well, I had an old suit that was starting to wear out, so I figured I need a new one. As soon as I thought that, I saw a brand spanking new suit for sale. It had a close psycho-respiratory motion and everything. I got my money this way and that, but came up short every time. Then Jack the seller said to me, "Don't worry, Vado, you can pay me the rest later." I was like, "What a nice guy." And all that. Okay, and? Sold my old suit, got all my cash, and brought it to him. Jack was like, "Well done, Vado. But what about the interest?" I thought, yeah, he's right. I need to get the interest to him. I put together some more cash and took it to him. When I got it, he said, "While you were out, more interest built up, Vado. Seems the urchin goes so fast I can't catch up. I had to pawn the new suit and my weapons too. So what now?" I have to pay him the money I've earned. There's nothing more important than Vado's reputation. But I'm scared. Could you go see Jack instead of me to pay my debt? I will. The only thing is, when you go see him, make sure to whip out a powerful gun or something. Show them you're not one to mess with.
What's up, bro?
And we'll give you some respect. I'll work it out. Bandits. He thought it was a good idea to make deals with outlaws. Typical.
Well, spill it.
I'm listening, man.
Damn. Nice suit you got there. When do I get to sport one of these? Power armors.
Well, spill it.
Oh, are you like the duty commander around here? Freedom, rather.
Hey, man. What's up?
Tell me about Freedom. It's a long story. What do you want to know? What is it that you do here? Making sure that various officials don't conceal anything from the common folk. You know how it is. As soon as they find a new lab or some documents that shed light on the secrets of the zone, they immediately organize a military operation and clean everything up better than a friggin' Hoover. The only way of finding shit out is by getting there first. What brought you to the center of the zone? Well, the boys felt like taking a stroll in a new place. Just kidding. It's an opportunity to find stuff that the world ain't seen before. Neither the army nor stalkers have ever been here before, so there's something new everywhere you look. Did you find anything? A couple of locked doors and some weird new artifacts. How did you end up in Freedom? Well, I was friends with Freedom leaders back when there was no zone. Mind you, in those days they weren't leaders. They were like hippies. So when I made a move into the zone in search of artifacts and ran into familiar faces, I figured I may as well go with what I know. From hippies to partisans. What do you think about duty? They're idiots. That's what I think. I mean, why the hell would you want to destroy the zone? It's not consuming precious resources and getting bigger. Or anything. That's debatable. In fact, the ending of Shadow of Chernobyl implies that the zone is gradually growing in size. And the eggheads are pretty much the only thing keeping it under control for now. They could just sit there and study it to their heart's content. Just think of how many scientific discoveries could be made. I mean, in the history of mankind, no one has ever been able to understand anti-gravitation, right? In the zone, you've got ready-made anti-gravitation devices lying all over the place. It wouldn't hurt to kick their asses out of here. But it's too much hassle. By the way, don't be confused by our relations here at Yanov. We are at war. It's just that Yanov has made neutral territory, if you know what I mean. Bit of lore for you guys. So that means we probably got duty boys.
You're a touch pale, buddy.
Hang out here as well. You looking for medical supplies or just here to chat? Let's have a look. Well, your liver's bigger than I expect, but it's an occupational hazard, right? Apart from that, you're as healthy as a bird.
Stay out of trouble.
Right, so we can help out this poor sod.
Hey, Stalker. How are you?
Medical supplies have been placed in personal box on the Skados for solving the secret of missing stalkers. Hey, thanks, King. Seen any military around? Some guy in military uniform was seen entering a building by the Volkov A complex the other day. It's quite possible that it was just a zombie mistaken for a soldier, though. I mean, that's one of the evacuation zones we have to investigate, so maybe, not necessarily.
We can't give in to them. No matter what you give them, they always want more.
We're not giving in. Complying with their conditions is the only option we have. I don't trust you.
Which one of you is the head honcho of duty?
Sup?
Nitro. I really need some friggin' materials. How am I supposed to work like this? Oh, hello. What's up? You mentioned materials. Right, finding materials to use for working with radio equipment is damn near impossible around here. I've used everything I could find and there's nobody supplying any materials here. Because you can make more cash selling guns. I heard there could be something left at the cement factory, though. Why would there be radio materials at the cement factory? Cement factory is just a name. They stopped making cement long before the Chernobyl disaster. They disassembled what they could and started using the building to make electrical appliances. What do you need the materials for? Well, I do work with shooters and equipment. I mean, a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do to eat, but with passion, is radio equipment. You know the feeling when you put something together and it works? I remember it was built at Jammer. It was really useful. I turned it on when the announcement by 100 rats kept waking me up. The masculine urge to tinker with equipment. Relatable. I can get the materials for you. That would be great. If you find anything like colophonium or capacitors, bring them to me. Hell, I would even be grateful for some textilite. I can't promise you lots of cash, but you get a discount. That's for sure. If you need any tools, I can get them. That would be awesome. At the moment, it's like working in the Stone Age. The only difference is that the soldering iron has replaced the shaman staff. If I had tools, I could do some top upgrades, and you better believe there'd be coinage for you too. So we can either take them to the drunkard or this fella here.
Later.
Time's money. Get talking. What's new?
Now let's
What's your business here?
learn about the other side's viewpoint. Tell me about duty. What exactly do you want to know? What is it that you brought you? What is it that you do here? Same thing we always do. Protecting suckers from all kinds of vermin. You've seen how many mutants there are around here, and these ain't the cute little puppies you get the cordon. For instance, I saw a chimera with my own eyes last night. It was getting dark, so we didn't chase it. Mutants ain't the only problem around here either. We also got to investigate and collect evidence from the abandoned laboratories before those freedom morons get to them. What brought you to the center of the zone? Are you kidding me? And what brought you here? I'm gonna venture a wild guess and say we're here for the same reason. The center of the zone has always been an unreachable objective. A place where we're hoping to get answers to all the questions. We're not done talking. Anyway, we wanted to find out how the zone was created and how it can be destroyed. That's why as soon as we've heard the rumor about the brain scorcher has been disabled, we made a move for the center. And what did you find out? Plenty, but that's confidential. All I can say is that there is more to the zone that meets the eye. Some of our people believe that the zone is a tumor that must be removed at any cost. Given what they've seen, I'm more inclined to believe that the zone is a living organism, and we're nothing more than bacteria that live inside. Even if we combine the military might of every country on the planet, we still couldn't destroy the zone. That's why we have to be smarter than that. We have to find the reason for the zone's existence and eliminate it. Now, the fact that he made a comparison with the zone to a living entity is also a notion that is carried across the games. With the way it keeps expanding and there's bizarre psychic events occurring in it on top of the radioactive blowouts, it further strengthens this hypothesis. What if you can't eliminate that reason? Well, if you can't, then we'll have to think of something else. But there's still hope. We must do our duty and stay positive. Get it? Duty? How did you end up in duty? That's a boring story, and there's no heroism involved. As soon as the zone appeared, Lenya, a friend of mine, decided to come here. Check it out. I was a field officer at the time, and Lenya was in the intelligence service. Now, we weren't suckers or anything, but we ended up in a real mess. We crawled for hours, wounded and bleeding, until finally duty picked us up. I made it, Lenya didn't. I had no friends in the zone, so I decided to stick around here with duty. Plus, I had a thing against the zone ever since. What's your relationship with freedom like? Officially, we're at war, but life in the center of the zone has its own set of rules. There are a few safe places here, and neither freedom nor duty boosts a lot of manpower. So what's the point of killing each other? That's why the unspoken rule is that we stay out of each other's way. This rule doesn't apply outside the NF though. Out there, we're still at war, and it's for real too. So, pretty similar situation to the Suckers and Bandits back at Zanov. Except, this time we have actual ideologies attached to the conflict here. Duty being, the zone needs to be destroyed at all costs, whilst freedom believes that it can be exploited for mankind's growth.
You don't think they'll shoot him as soon as they have the artifact?
Right, so let's assess the area. Vanna owes the bandits money for a suit and can't pay it back because the interest builds up too quickly. He asks you to deal with this problem. Next, we needs radio technical materials. He says if you're...
Find cover immediately.
Oh. Well, guess we'll have to sit this one out for a couple of minutes. Because, she's gonna blow. I mean, we can watch the build-up. But, eventually, we're gonna be heading back inside, because this is worse than any possible hurricane you could ever experience. No, don't shut me outside.
Time's money. Get talking.
Gotta love how the NPCs are taking this very lightly. Like, Another day, another blowout. Who gives a crap?
I'm listening, man. We can't give in to them. No matter what you
Yeah,
give
exactly.
them, they always want more.
Just minding their business here, playing cards, drinking. What's a bit of radiation here and there?
Attention! Attention! An emission is about to hit. Find cover immediately.
So here on the ground. Ooh.
Howdy.
Trapper? I'm Trapper. There's no need to introduce yourself. What do you do? Well, I'm Trapper, and until recently I hunted mutants that were a danger to stalkers. Nowadays I take orders and give them to younger hunters. I train them and teach them hunting tactics. But did you hunt anymore? I'm getting old, man. That's why Fox died.
The mission is over. I hope everyone's okay.
He was my partner and friend.
Come to Yanov and we'll patch you up.
We hunted many a beast together, shoulder to shoulder. Then we ran into those two chimeras by Zadon that haven't been seen in the zone for 18 months. One that fell to the ground before I could even get my shotgun out. When I wounded the other one, they ran off. I hope they burn in hell forever. Did you try tracking the chimeras down? The wounded one went to Zadon. Gunter's group is following it. Then again, I heard they're lacking an experienced hunter. If you help them out, I'll make it worth your while. The other one, the one that killed Fox, well, I lost it. It was just as if it vanished. Poor Fox. He was a good man, but age sure take its toll. I wiped out the bloodsucker-led Zadon. Completely. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Knowing what I know about bloodsuckers, I could think a couple of them were out hunting. But now that they've got nowhere... but now that they've not got anywhere to come back to, they would be a danger to stalkers anymore. Oh, you can actually learn about different kinds of mutants from him. Tell me about burrs. Burrs use gravitation attacks. When in close proximity, they'll throw you, and when they're far away, they'll try to throw something at you. Your best bet is to keep them at medium range from you and keep moving, unless you enjoy getting hit by something heavy. But be careful to conserve your energy. Burrs can use directed gravitational impulses to yank weapons out of your hands. If you're tired, it might just work. Tell me about poltergeists. There are two types of poltergeists. The first type sends items crashing into the enemy using gravitation, which we experienced by the crashed helicopter, while the second type is the fire poltergeist that uses flames to burn its victims. Inexperienced hunters try to circle around them to evade their attacks. The trick is to know that poltergeists can't see or hear in the usual sense of those words, and use that to your advantage. They sense objects that move in the gravitational field. So a seasoned hunter freezes as soon as he sees a poltergeist, fires, and then freezes again. Rinse, repeat. Tell me about pseudo-giants. The most difficult thing about hunting pseudo-giants is killing them. They can take incredible punishment without so much as batting an eyelid. All I can say is that you may want to try using a shotgun at close range. Just remember that pseudo-giant attacks can detach anything that's not been fixed to concrete. Attack it from above. And make sure that whatever you're standing on can withstand some damage. Tell me about controllers. They use your own mind against you. When you're hunting a controller, it's important to use cover, because it must see you to affect your mind. Also, they're quite slow. So if your life is at stake, use grenades. Tell me about chimeras. They're very dangerous nocturnal predators. They try to get behind you under cover of darkness and leap on top of you. If you notice a chimera around, keep checking your back and cover your friends' asses. Works with me. Now let's munch on some bread. And head on down to conduct business. Starting with... Let's go with the cement factories. It's a little out of the way. Looks like someone's attending this tower. Oh. Hello there, friend. Zulu. What's up, bro? Obviously, I'm glad to see you, but I wouldn't mind being on my own for a while either. Sure. Gotta respect man's privacy. Also, nice rug as wall decor. You gotta make do in the zone. Hey, at least it's a little more homely. Man, I really like this spooky ambience playing in the background. I feel like it'd be especially more impactful during nighttime. But even in the daylight, it's like... what could possibly suddenly leap on me when I'm least expecting it? Since we have a little bit of downtime to reach the cement factory, I finished the entire Aqua Teen Hunger Force TV series yesterday. Really damn good show. Kind of a shame I got so late into it, but man, I appreciate the entire run of it from start to finish. There was never a bad episode per se. I am gonna be checking out the full-length movies, starting with the first one, which was Phantasm, I believe. It came out like really early, 2007, somewhere halfway into the show's lifespan. And then I'll check out Forever, the one that actually came out quite recently, surprisingly enough. I'm thinking about peeping Venture Bros, because that's another show I've been getting strong recommendations about. Or I could just go back to King of the Hill, appreciate some of Mike Judge's immortal joke crafting and superior commentary. Also, Rip Dale, like, listening to him now is especially gonna be hitting different. Looks like I'm forced to go to the top. Get these materials, which, well, this would have been too easy otherwise. Ooh. That could have gone horribly. Well, I got a stash out of that, which is nice. And a tactical helmet. Hell yeah. Better headgear. Now comes the fun part, where not only do we have to avoid anomalies upon anomalies, and also any potential hostile inhabitants. What's this? Oh, the other thing he asked for. Can of California? Yeah, we got plenty of materials for the guy. Sure, I'm gonna get sprayed by acid a little bit here and there, but nothing, a med kit can fix up, right? Pack of capacitors? I'm pretty sure I got everything the guy asked for. Ah, I see, I can't go back down, so we're just gonna have to stroll back the way we came. Oh. Wait a minute. Do I have to find another pit to drop through? It's possible. Oh, surface ladder, cool. That was easy to miss. Technical gizmos, very nice. probably enough to cover my medical expenses, because, oh boy, I feel like I burned half my face. Anyway, who are these goobers sticking around?
I'm listening.
Oh, just a friendly group of stalkers. I'm a little over capacity, but that's fine. We don't have too far from home base. So I can take it nice and easy. Unless a pack of wild dogs decides to come after me, in which case... desperate times call for desperate measures. An unmarked location. How curious. Feel like this already has been ransacked. And I'm back. Got some wild dogs duking out with... I assume those are pseudo-giants, the wild hog-looking mutants. Well, there are actual boar-like muties, but they look similar to each other, at least distance. Alright, where's that big old nerd?
We can't give in to them. No matter what.
Hey there.
Here you go, Buster. I got your gizmos. I managed to find some of the materials you wanted. Here you go. Wow, discounts galore for you, my friend. Yeah, let's see about those discounts. Oof, that's still steep. Optical mount. Installation of a mount for attachment of an optical scope. Why the hell not?
See you around.
Now, easily, at this stage, I can sell my old headgear.
I still think that we should sell the artifact and use it.
As I already
Come
have
on over, bro.
an improvement. I could probably use with some shoddy ammo, truth be told. That will do.
Pop in sometime. It can be fun around here.
Oh, I do trust you in that, bro. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's help this poor bastard who's in debt. Do you want to know how we solve debt issues in the zone? We bring strong arguments to the table. The negotiation table, of course. We just have the wildlife tickets course. Sky is clearing up. Right, first of all, let's take into account just how many bandits we would have to deal with, potentially. Like, already those numbers are looking pretty stacked.
Start talking, buddy.
If shit goes down, I might have to take refuge in this main building and then gradually pick them off. I have to speak to Jack. It's about Van's debt. At this point, I'm sure his accumulated worth has like doubled what I've been given.
Would you look at that? The man himself.
Well, come in. What do you want? I'm here to pay Vano's debt. 7 Gs, including interest. Well, that's 2K more, which is technically not that big of a difference, but let's be a little ballsy about it first. Think carefully now. I got my shooter here, and I don't mind using it. Tell me, what is your cops gonna do with all that interest? Ha! Shove that pew shit up your ass, punk. It's 7 Gs including interest. End of story. He knows he's got numbers on his side. Interest wasn't part of the deal. What are you talking about? Do you take me for a sucker? Laying out cash without charging interest? It's 7 Gs and that's the end of it. Fine. Tell Vano he doesn't owe us anymore.
I'm all ears, buddy.
We could have gone the violent way. But the thing is, I would prefer to keep the bandit camp neutral towards me. I've got a suspicion that if we keep leaning more and more towards messing with them, eventually word is gonna spread out, and then all outlaws within the zone are just gonna attempt to shoot me on sight. Plus, maybe they'll give us some quests later on. Who knows? Now the question is, will my reward be worth covering for interest? I suppose we'll learn soon enough.
Howdy ho.
Hey friends, you are now a free man, technically. Hey, look at him. Already knows. Those are some extremely sausage fingers you got. Almost as thick as the salami I carry around in my backpack. How did it go with the bandits? Not great. They made me pay interest too. That's not good. But they charged me even more, believe me. Thanks for your help. I won't forget this. See ya. Well, no reward. But let's hope good deeds will come around.
I still think that we should sell the artifact and use the money to recruit people. This way we can attack the bandits.
Anywho. I think now would be a good time to explore Yanov for what we truly came for, which is the main objectives. Like this potential evacuation zone. You know what's a little strange? The fact that we don't have any artifacts yet on us. Maybe this is the part of the game where we'll start finding them more consistently. What's this place? Scientist bunker. Ah, we have a new faction to talk about. As the name implies, they're the eggheads, the dorks who study the zone. They're perhaps the most friendly group of people towards us, just by sheer nature alone. And because of their matching interests, they usually get together with freedom, because they both believe in benefits that the zone can give mankind.
Hey, bro.
Let's have a chat with them. They might have some work for us.
Hello.
Novikov, what brings you here? Oh, we got another vendor. What equipment modifications can you perform? You can see this is a scientific complex. There's no Kevlar or weapons for spare parts here. What I can do is patch up body armor and modify it using one of my personal developments. As you can imagine, I got plenty of top-notch equipment to spare. Let's see then. Lighter armor? That sounds great. Active filters can resist even corrosive chemicals. Sure. It's not a lot, but hey, I'll take it. What are the mercs doing here? Getting in my way, but that's my personal opinion. At first they kept asking me to fix this or attach that, and then yesterday they lost whatever shame they had left and started asking how our equipment works. I simply fail to see how that's going to help them guard the bunker.
Bye.
Well,
Howdy ho.
I'm listening.
Oh, we got actual military here. Hello, stalker. Where did you get a military uniform? Heh, well, I guess everyone knows that the military helicopter's crashed by now. I'm Lieutenant Sokolov, co-pilot of one of the helicopters. How did you end up here? My helicopter crashed onto a Jupiter workshop and went through the roof. I am the only survivor. I managed to get out of the Jupiter plant and make my way to the nearest evacuation point. But there was nobody there. Then I met Gary, and he led me to the bunker. Which evacuation point did you go to? Sorry, can't discuss that. It's classified. My orders are to proceed to the evacuation point, but the zone is too dangerous. I'm a pilot, not a stormtrooper. That's why I'm waiting here in the hope they'll be collected once the operation is completed. While he's enjoying his salami. Welcome to boredom. Is it boring around here? You bet. There's nothing to do here. All we've got for entertainment is this backgammon board. This is Pripyat. Man, if only I could complete this freaking contract, that's where it'd be. Imagine your contract. Well, I set out to do some work for the scientists, thinking it would be easy. What I failed to notice was that the contract only expires when all the work is done. The scientists promised to give me an official permit to be in the zone at the end of it. I've completed every damn clause of the contract, except one little thing. I have to find all chemical artifacts in existence. Who could have known that you can't get meat chunks or color box around here? If I could get those two, I was headed towards Pripyat long time ago. But I can't. I might be able to help you with those artifacts. A contract with a scientist. Bring Gary the meat chunk and color box artifacts. What's so special about Pripyat? Nobody knows how to get there. We're in the zone, after all, so you can't just walk straight there. They say it's a real treasure trove of artifacts. Either way, there have been so many legends circulating around Pripyat that I'm just plain curious. Do you know the way to Pripyat? I don't, but it's full of artifacts like people say. I'm ready to find one right now. I mean, I'm a trailblazer like no other. I was one of the first to find the way to Jupiter, but I always work solo. I ain't got time to watch someone else's back.
Hey, bro.
Interesting. Now, for the actual...
Oh. Hello.
Big brains. What brings you here? Do you need help with something? Thank you. We have a S.T.A.L.K.E.R squad working for us. I'll do. There's a theory. In fact, it's more of a legend. Have you ever heard of the Oasis? I've heard of it. Unfortunately, I have not been able to convince Herman to equip a search team yet. I admit, the rumors about this phenomenon are too contradictory, but something tells me that the Oasis exists. My intuition railways me down. So you can find it and bring me proof of its existence. I'll be extremely grateful. I'll try to find the Oasis. What about you, good sir? Herman, do you know anything about the Oasis? The Oasis? Ha! It's a lie. Pure and simple. People like to believe in the cure-all panacea, so they make up fairy tales. Believe me, the Oasis is nothing more than the figment of someone's inflamed imagination. Many people talk about it. Too many. But none of them have ever been there. I stick to the scientific point of view. What hasn't been proven to exist, doesn't. Do you need help? We're trying to collect a new type of sample at the moment. They don't have any anomalous effect of their own. The experiments we conduct with them produce incredible results. Our research team, made up of local suckers, recently found a psi field that is highly unusual. According to our theories, and the measurements taken, the nature of this field is such that it has intermittent psi effects as opposed to emitting them permanently. Cut the crap and tell me what needs doing. Plain simple. Okay, the suckers who found the psi field believe that it contains a mutant lair. I don't really believe them. I mean, no mutant other than a controller can survive in an intermittent psi field. Don't worry, our boys will deal with the mutants. We need you simply because regular contact with Psyvics has reduced our suckers resistant to their effects. Let me get this straight. You want me to go into an unknown Psy field and get you a sample of something that might not even be there, and if it is there, nobody knows what it looks like. Exactly. The balls on this, man. This mission is essential for science in general, and for our team in particular. Your help would be invaluable. If you have any doubts, you will see Ozerski. He will conduct the necessary analysis, which will identify your current resistance to Psy emissions. You can also ask our stalkers and explain it all to you. So, are you willing to aid science? Yes. I'd like to check my resistance to the Psy field. Ha, so Furman sent you to see me. Okay, let me explain this as simply as I can. In order to properly analyze your resistance to Psy emissions, I will need a scientific research complex and years of study. What I actually have is a field kit with a couple of dirty test tubes. It's impossible then. Not so fast. We're not talking about a full analysis. For our eyes, we may need to assess the resistance of your neurons to Psy emissions. A basic examination will do just fine. So, it seems that your head is in order. That is to say that you can be affected by relatively high levels of Psy emissions without losing consciousness. That's good, I reckon. We probably won't die immediately. Probably.
So you're the whole expert, eh? Don't worry, you can count on the boys to take the muties out nice and quick.
Oh yeah, we could talk to you.
Hey, bro.
I want to proceed with the mission. But I think I'm gonna go here first. Side objectives can wait. They're not gonna run off anywhere. Oh. We got some zombies. Let's hope that Uncle Yar's strategy of just casually strolling past them proves to be as equally effective in this context. Oh, no, 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 no. Ho, ho, ho. They are super aggroed. Nice face. Yeah, I think we might as well start picking them off until the perimeter is clear. It's not like they're super resilient and particularly accurate. Plus we get a little bit out of this for our trouble. We still have supplies after all. Oh, shotgun. I will always have respect for an enemy who wields one. Zombie or not. Don't worry, we're doing these guys a favor. They're a lost cause anyway. Seems like there's possibly one more. Or two. I think it might be time for a little shotgun action. These living dead won't be living much longer. See? Just like in the movies. Hey. Anyway. Ooh. It's a nice little supply stash behind the gate. How do we go about reaching it? Sokolov's note. An old sheet with a sentry duty schedule and numbers 1421 underneath. A note written using a marker where the old writing reads: Lieutenant Sokolov, following the crash of the helicopter, I proceed to evacuation point B205. No evacuation attempts were made for 2 days, and remaining at this position is risky. I literally just flinched because I saw the gun hover around here and thought that was a zombie lurking. I have therefore decided to leave B205 and proceed to the Scientific Expeditions Mobile Laboratory. The laboratory is located northeast of the evacuation point. So, technically we just skip some hoops. This might be promising. The fuck? There's some ugly ass rodents. Oh. They actually remind me of that creepy rat from Dead Alive that initially spreads the infection. Enter code. Well, we don't know the code. That's the thing. Any other way to get around here? Doesn't look like it. The door cannot be opened from this side. How else would you get in then? I don't think it's from the basement. Unless there's a... Oh, I see. We got a trapdoor. So you do need the code. One, 4, 2, 1. Could that be a clue? Oh. That's fine. I have an idea. Now that's what I call extermination. This is a completely unintended diversion, but makes it all the more interesting. I am a little worried about all the squelching, however. It's highly concerning. I'll take a gentle peep in here. Better yet. There's my shotgun. Oh. Is that a controller who happens to be stuck on the crate? God damn. Wow. He is burly. Jesus. Alright, well, new approach. Yeah. Higher tier mutants. Don't mess around. And this was also we could mosey down this way. Well, safe to assume we got the greatest obstacle dispatched. You think? Hopefully. Oh. That's a dead end. Oh, no. I gotta look for another way. Or did I swerve back to where I was? Oh yeah. Dummy. Bingo. We have found the jackpot, including a rocket launcher. God damn. I would actually love to carry this thing around me. Sure. We're asking for a lot of capacity. Still. It's basically what I have already. So we definitely need another one. You weigh 6 kilograms, while one rocket is 2. So yeah, that's a commitment I have. If we are to carry that in a person, something would have to go. Either one rifle or at the very least the pistols and some other supplies. Yeah, I'll head back to Yanov. Perform some inventory management. Really, I think I'll stick to 2 rifles, shoddy and rocket launcher for super heavy firepower. We'll make it work somehow. Very risky endeavor, but man, what a good haul. Old-timey train stations just hit different. It's a subtype of architecture of its own. Alright, friend. Let us engage.
Come on
In the
over,
good
bro.
old bartering. I shall trade with you pistols to start off, and all the ammo for them. Actually, you share the salmon pool, so we need to keep it. Can get rid of this. There we go, that already took a bit of my weight down. Fuck it, I'm swimming in medkits and bandages, so some of them
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna trade off.
You're a touch pale, but
Especially since I have better ones on me now. Here, take like a shit ton of bandages. Oh, there you go. You can actually just double click to make the exchange smoother. And then have some of my regular ass medkits. Nice. We are working away. As painful as it is,
next.
I'm gonna have to get rid of the alcohol.
I'm listening, man.
I know, actually relying on anti-red drugs to dispose radiation. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Those bottles, man. I've been lugging around so much weight on me. But thanks for that exchange. I've also learned a good chunk of cash, which I'm gonna use on fixing up my equipment.
Howdy ho. We can't give in to them.
Sup?
No matter what you give them, they always want more.
This one can stay for now as it is. Imagine if we could upgrade the rocket launcher. That would have been insane. Like what, fire two at the same time?
Later.
I still think that we should sell the art.
Grenade attachment. At that point you're just turning this to a serious SAM weapon. Next up, these two, in no particular order. Who is jamming? I want to listen.
You don't think they'll shoot him as soon as they have the artifact?
They'll definitely shoot him if we come out blasty.
You don't think they'll shoot him as soon as they have the artifact?
They'll definitely shoot him
Bravo.
if we come out blasty.
I'm listening.
Stellar performance. You find that impressive? Well, guess what? I have 2 machine guns, a shotgun, and a rocket launcher with 2 missiles jammed into my backpack. Now that's inventory management for you. Oh shit, is that a snark? Yes, sir. Yikes. Oh, God. I can leap high. Whew. Now those are actual zombies. Well, more akin to ghouls in behavioral patterns. That's just plain nasty. Those gamma rays sure do a number on the man. Down to tearing your spinal cord open. Oh great, we got more zombos. I love how that one just immediately propped up. Gotta make sure we're not exploring an empty tummy. Oh yeah, Frosty, did you watch that new S.T.A.L.K.E.R video I linked to you yesterday? I actually had to go back and watch part 1 before the follow-up, just because that was uploaded 6 months ago, way before I even subscribed to the dude. So I still have to tune into part 2, but I did learn about a couple of interesting rabbit holes. You know what cut me off guard? I did not expect spontaneous combustions to be discussed in the year 2023. Remember when those were all the paranormal hippity hop back in the day? It's actually wild to think about how we never really got conclusive evidence pointing to completely dismissing that phenomenon and also proving it to be factual. Which makes us more the scare because, I mean, technically the logic behind it is believable, but imagine living your entire life with the idea planted that someday, some random moment, your body may decide to break specific compounds into conveniently those that essentially turn you into a walking propane tank. And all that needs is a little spark to set off. I did read the sign, but clearly, I did not comprehend what it meant. Maybe if I hug the walls. Oof. See, not on its own. Already, So much for that idea. Could I potentially just spray the ground instead of the mines that way? Well, sure picked a wonderful location to land a helicopter. Huh. can find a way to brute force this. Surely. I also have another idea. It's my control scheme. See, I thought I maybe have the ability to chuck some screws around. Oh, I do. Endless bolts. Would that be enough to trigger a mine? That's what I'm wondering. Well, it works, but the way I expected it to.
Two bodies. Looks like they died in the crash. Everything of value has been looted and the onboard computer has been wiped clean. But the black box is still intact. Interesting. I reckon a decent technician will be able to extract the information on it and decode it.
Like, Nitro, perhaps. He seems like a trustworthy lad. And I could probably hand over a black box too. What the? How did this turn into a serious Sam scenario? Christ almighty. Oof. You know, it's a far stretch for me to make such an assumption, but mayhaps someone out there made the connection and modded these guys, specifically in this wave, to be clears. Well, on the flip side, they probably cleared up the minefield from me. Watch me as I walked into one. How shocking. Yeah, I probably don't want that flashlight running at the moment. Just another lovely night in the zone. Things moving on as they usually do. Extremely comfy game, however. It's really not that different in places than me just putting on a walking simulator. Except, get your occasional shooting here and there chucked into the mix. So, there's something for fans of both. Also a great example of a horror game that's not necessarily what we know by the traditional sense, but manages to build tension just through sheer world building and atmosphere alone, which frankly I crave for that kind of horror these days.
Howdy ho.
Отвечай, кто такой, быстро!
I still think that we should sell the
Hey there.
Can you decrypt the black box? Let's have a look. This is gonna be some work. It'll take about 3 hours and it won't be cheap. I'll do the work and then we'll talk. Go take a walk while I do this so I can concentrate. Alright, so we got about till 5 AM for him to
See you around.
do the thing. Which, I mean, technically we just could sleep off if we find the empty bed.
I'm listening, man.
You're a touch pale, buddy.
Okay, maybe not even an empty bed, but one that's accessible to me.
Вот это от усталости, это от нервного напряжения.
I'm listening. What's new?
Previous have had such a convenient spot.
I still think that we should sell the artifact and use the money to recruit people.
How goes the hunt?
Then attack the bandits together.
Oh, there you go. Just use a mattress. And we're gonna sleep for 4 hours. But that's still not enough on the clock. Oh, right, it counts just by the time of the day rather than how many hours you want to sleep. Alright, sure, we'll do 7 AM. Now, let's chat with Nitro about what he found.
Sup?
I'm done with your black box. A shitty job if I ever done one. What do I owe you? I'll give you a big discount. Only 1-800. Yeah. Works.
Stingray 4, come in. Come in, damn it. Stingray 4, do you read? Attention, Stingray Group. This is Stingray 1. The emergency evacuation position is B28. I repeat, B28.
Hey, obviously, I don't know why you need the recording, but for what it costs you, I sure hope it's going to be useful. We'll see. Which location? B28. New mission: road to Pripyat. Talk to the guide. Ooh.
Later.
Is that because this is in an unreachable location to us? Yeah, I think it's alluding to here. The position at which the soldiers are supposed to converge is in Pripyat. Find a way of gaining there. Ah. So it's, as I suspected, the game is split into 3 segments, with this being actual Pripyat. Well, we're technically not done yet, because there's still the Jupiter plant, the most imposing facility here, with yet another crash site, which we could investigate. But since we're here on site, let us talk to pilot.
Hello.
Can you lead me to Pripyat? Pripyat? No. There's enough demand for my current route that I don't have to look for another. But I have a good buddy who used to work at the Jupiter plant. He told me there are tunnels underneath the plant that lead to Pripyat. He didn't have any details, but he said he'd start looking at the plant's administrative section. Investigate the administrative section of the Jupiter plant. So, one way or another, we do have to go there. That is very much on the current agenda. Before we do go there, we could knock out some of these scientist side quests just for extra boons. The Michandan Kolobak, that I might have to get back to whenever I have these two on me. Because unless I'm able to procure those artifacts on my own, I'm gonna have to buy them up from somewhere. However, we can try and tackle the Psy field. Alright, boys. You got one job, and that is to lead me.
I'm listening.
To the point. Is the squad ready to head for the tunnel? I have a couple of questions. I'll ask about the scientist mission. Ah, the tunnel. There's something there. A strange artifact or something like that. The place is too weird. At first it was really calm, and then I could feel something in my head. It was also crawling with hamsters, but don't worry about them. We'll deal with them easy. You been there before? Yes, we didn't go far in. We were taking some measurements for Herman when the hamsters came out in force. When he got back, the scientists got so excited about the results they thought they were gonna take off. They want us to search the whole tunnel from end to end, but I ain't going in there. Now they hired you, and we're only there to provide cover. What can you tell me about this area? Well, there is an old military base not far from here. Then Kapaka village to the north of it, and a train station to the east of that, which is where stalkers hang out. Oh, there's also a train on the railroad nearby. It's not a fun place. Believe you me. It would be just normal if it didn't glow. It's a scary thing. The way it is now. Go have a look for yourself. I doubt you'll enjoy the visit, though. What about the village? Well, it's not much of a village, just a few mounds really. It was buried back in '86 to prevent it from emitting radiation. People don't go there because it's not a healthy place and there ain't nothing of value there. Military base. Well, there's not much to say. Everything of value got looted a long time ago. So there's not a lot there except mutants and zombies. There's also a small bunker there. Enough to take cover from a mission. Train station. Well, the end of station is worth a visit if you haven't been there before. It's a good place to grab a cold one and catch up with the other stalkers. Plus, it's the only other safe place besides our bunker in these parts. What can you tell me about the people who live in the bunker? Well, it's some group, I'll tell you. 2 scientists, Herman, the top dog around here, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R. They employ Novikov, who handles the technical stuff, and Gary is their guide. Then, there's us. They recruited us recently to take measurements and do other science stuff. Oh, Gary also brought some army dude into the bunker the other day. That's about it. Can you tell me more about Herman? Herman is the boss around here. He's a professor from some institute, probably a secret one. He organized the expedition, so they dropped this bunker in here almost immediately after the brain scorcher was disabled. He was also the one to recruit Gary and us. He pays well, even promises an official permit for entry into the zone. Can you tell me more about S.T.A.L.K.E.R? He's a good friendly fella, and he's the number 2 around here. Herman does listen to his advice now and again, though. I don't know much more about him. Herman is the one we deal with most of the time. Can you tell me about Novikov? He's like Einstein vacation, man. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to installing technical things. In fact, he's better than just about anyone you'll meet. I don't know how he ended up here, but you can tell he's no stranger to the zone. He knows more about it than we do. Can you tell me about Gary? Gary's a great guy, and he was one of the first to show up here. He told me the scientists were being dropped off just as he got here, so he joined them right then. He's been getting bored lately, cause he ain't one to sit around. But he can't leave before his contract with the scientists is complete. If you want to know something else, ask him yourself. Tell me about the army guy. Heh, Gary met him as he was running away from zombies. He was lucky it was Gary too, cause most others would have taken him out for sure. He doesn't leave the bunker much anymore, and I don't blame him. What are the mechs doing here? Those friggin' cutthroats are going in the bunker. They showed up some time ago, had a chat with Herman, and stayed. I suppose Herman ain't too pleased with them either. Their leader's called Black, and he's got a personality to match.
Howdy ho!
Get lost, buddy. Do that and, well, he's got an attitude. Suffice to say. So, yeah. As per usual, the stalkers are the one we can actually rely on. Greetings. Tell me what you found while you were measuring the psi field. I saw footprints on the ground. They looked like they were human, but who would be crazy enough to appear in that place? Do you know anything about the crashed helicopters? Not seen them myself, but rumor has it that one crashed right into the plant. Nobody wants to check it though. The place is just too dangerous. Do you know how to get to Pripyat? Well, rumor has it that there are secret tunnels to Pripyat underneath the Jupiter plant. The thing is, these rumors usually get told after the second round, and then Jupiter is such a friggin' nightmare that nobody dares go near it. Where can I find tools around here? You know, buddy, I didn't come to the zone to search for tools. Think about it. How much use is a radiated hammer? Fair point. You hear anything about the oasis? I heard that any mutant you meet there would just walk on by without as much as looking at you. They also say that there's an artifact there called the Heart of the Oasis. Nobody knows what it does exactly, but one thing's for sure. You shouldn't touch it. Anyone who takes it won't have no place in the zone no more. Location? Man, everyone knows it's in Pripyat under the Ferris wheel. I mean, where else would it be? Well, thank you for the useful hints. Do you know about tools? How am I supposed to know? Check in old workshops or stores. It could be something usable there. Well, the Jupiter planet is right here, and there's bound to be some tools in there. Personally, I wouldn't go near the planet itself. That place gives me the creeps. You could have a look into Jupiter warehouses, the ones beside the plant. Ah. See, actual useful advice, and again, all roads point to the Jupiter plant. So that's going to be our next major destination as we tick the final check marks. And since it's getting late, I will stop here. When we come back to Call of Pripyat, we'll do this little optional mission for the scientists, and then move on to the power plant and the tunnels that lie underneath. I mean, what's the worst that could be lying in wait down there for us? Right? Right. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon, and I think we'll go back to Interior Worlds on the next stream. Check out whatever is left there, and maybe we'll do some secret hunting. Till then, bye-bye.